Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And on today's Going In Raw news brief, Vince is sending Keith Lee back to the Performance Center. Goldberg is talking about other dream matches. We say goodbye to Tiny Lister, and we preview Smackdown. But first, is Kenny not done with Impact? Larson, what's in the news?
So last week, Wrestling Inc. reported that Kenny Omega's appearance on Impact this past Tuesday would be a one-off appearance, largely done as a favor to Don Callis. But in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Meltzer is reporting that the AEW champion, that's Kenny Omega, is going to be an Impact this Tuesday and will, quote, headline at least some Impact pay-per-view shows. So Impact, right before we started rolling on this here news brief, confirmed that the cleaner is going to be on next Tuesday's episode. And based on numbers that Impact released themselves, it seems like his appearance this past Tuesday was a massive boon for the company. The Impact stated that, quote, more than 750,000 fans turned into Access TV or have logged on to official streams to witness the historic, industry-shaking episode.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's a lot of people.
Good job, Impact. Good job, Don Callis, for getting that hooked up. I mean, honestly, let's be completely clear here, Larson. The biggest question of them all is, will Larson go back to the Impact Zone this Tuesday?
I mean, if we're going to do it, I guess I have to consider it.
Yeah, we should probably consider it. We have not actually talked about it.
This is the extent of the conversation we had about it. I think a larger point might be, so Rich Swann has a title defense against Chris Bay at Final Resolution Saturday. That's tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Next Impact pay-per-view, Hard to Kill. Back when we heard that Kenny was going to Impact, at least for an episode, we already started talking about him winning that Impact title. He alluded to as much during his appearance on Impact this past week. Meltzer saying Kenny is going to show up at some Impact pay-per-view shows. I mean, this all seems to indicate Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega, maybe at Hard to Kill.
Yeah, I'd actually be kind of shocked if that didn't happen. I am kind of like, I don't know, maybe the reason why Kenny's promo on Wednesday was so bereft of so lacking in details, and there was really no announcement. Maybe there are still details to be ironed out, and they didn't want to, give away to, if he declares he's going to go belt collecting and then doesn't collect any belts, that's going to be a big problem. So that would be, that'd be just go over like a wet fart. So maybe they're just, arranging the details. Maybe they're reaching out to Billy Corgan. I don't know. I mean, what's another promotion? I mean, I don't know if they'd work with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Ring of Honor would love that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, hey, do you want Ring of Honor? Do you want Kenny Omega to be your champion in exchange for the rights to All In? I don't know. I don't even know if Ring of Honor
conversations are being had. I don't know how far Tony Khan and AEW want to extend Kenny as a wrestler, and also this particular storyline of him collecting all these titles. Kenny's got the match Saturday at Triple Mania defending the Mega Championship against Laredo Kid. Guessing he's going to win that based on everything that's been happening. And then you got Hard to Kill. If he's going to do that, that's mid-January. Then you got Revolution, AEW's pay-per-view, February. Who knows if he's going to have a title defense at Beach Break. It's supposed to be happening, I think, early January.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
You've also got Shockwave Episode 5 coming up in 3 weeks.
Well, I'm guessing if Kenny challenges the NWA title, it's probably going to be on Dynamite.
All their other title defenses are there. That's not true. Shockwave is terrific. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like the Mega Championship, the AEW Championship, the NWA Championship, the Impact Championship. That's a lot of titles right there.
It is.
That's a lot of titles.
Once this vaccine starts getting rolled out, once these pandemic restrictions start being lifted, hopefully that'll all happen at some point next year. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe they'll be able to advance talks with New Japan to an extent where some sort of working relationship there could happen. There seems to be a pretty good possibility that Kota Ibushi could walk out of Wrestle Kingdom with both those titles.
Yeah.
Imagine a dream match scenario with Kota Ibushi with the IWGP Heavyweight Intercontinental title, Kenny with like 6 titles colliding at Wrestle Kingdom 16.
Yeah, it'd be pretty great. It'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, and it's totally, seemingly, totally within the realm of possibility. Tony Khan seems to enjoy popping the wrestling internet community, and at the same time, bringing in some mainstream names like Shaq and some old school big names like Sting to pop those ratings. It worked this past week, 995,000 total viewership, second in the demo.
Number.
It's a really good number, so it wouldn't shock me at all if they really tried to pull the trigger on this, generate a lot of great interest in the industry. Me on the flip side of that, yeah, Vince McMahon telling people to go back to wrestling school, people who probably don't need it. So Vince McMahon, according to PW Insider, they're reporting that a number of WWE talents who have been ordered to work on refining and improving their in-ring skills at the request of WWE management, said to be a Vince McMahon edict. PW Insider can confirm that Otis, Keith Lee,
oh my gosh,
Dabo Kato, Dio Madden, and AJ Styles' bodyguard, almost, are among the contingent that the company has been working on with improving and refining their work inside the ring, with those talents taking part in regular workouts at the Performance Center on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Dave Meltzer also reported on this newest Vince edict, saying Vince McMahon threw a fit about the working ability of certain guys on the main roster, mad in particular about some of the big guys. Wait, hold on a second. Made in particular about some of the big guys, or mad in particular about some of the... There's a big difference there.
I think mad.
Okay. All right.
Threw a fit and then mad in particular.
Threw a fit and mad makes sense. Okay. He's ordered some of the guys back to the Performance Center with 2 classes per week with Adam Pearce and Drew Gulak as instructors.
Yeah, that's from this week's newsletter.
I mean, Dabo Kato, Dio Madden, and Almost, that all makes sense. I really don't know how Keith Lee and even Otis. I mean, Otis does what Otis does. I don't know what more you want out of Otis.
Otis has been on TV for a year. More than that, like on main roster television.
You put money in the bank on the guy. What? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Keith Lee certainly doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I mean, there was the only thing I can think about Keith Lee is that there was that spot where he he launched himself over the ropes and he hit his neck on the apron. That looked dangerous as hell.
Those type of things can happen on accident with anybody.
I mean, I'll say this, dude. We are mere observers. We are mere fans. Mm-hmm. We are not the guys that are there.
We're not the observer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. We are not the wrestling observer. We are mere peasant observers of the wrestling industry and wrestling. I don't want to play devil's advocate here, but we don't really know what the people in WWE are looking for when they're looking at in-ring action. I don't really know what's going on. Is this ridiculous? Maybe.
Well, I think in the case of at least 2 of these names, on the surface, it seems pretty damn ridiculous.
It seems odd, sure. I mean, if it is happening, what they're reporting is happening, then yeah, I don't know why Keith Lee would need any more time at the Performance Center. Dude, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. This is one of those things where if I feel like it's easy to get like, oh, how dare he? But at the same time, it's like, I'll sort of take it with a grain of salt. It's so ridiculous that I'll kind of take it with a grain of salt until like it's confirmed somehow by these guys. You know what I mean?
I understand that.
I don't know what conversations are taking place there. All right, hold on a second. There's a little bit here. There's a little bit more here from Fightful Select.
Oh, okay. Did this just come in?
Yeah, this came in about 20 minutes ago. So we're going to reiterate this. Subscribe to Fightful Select because then you'll get the breaking email. This is just coming to me.
This is how it works. This
is coming to everybody who subscribes to Fightful Select.
All right, just paraphrase best you can.
I'll just go. So he talks about a lot, but specifically the Keith Lee thing is he says, understandably, the locker room and those of the PC I spoke to were baffled about the decision to send Keith Lee there, as he's considered one of the better workers regardless of size. Many believed and shared the sentiment that he was caught up in the group based on his size, otherwise would not have been included.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Look, the dude, Vince is like 70,000 years old.
Yeah.
He sees it. It's honestly, it's like Mr. Burns when he had the MLB All-Stars way back in the day on that episode of that classic episode of The Simpsons where he's like telling them to change their game.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What are you talking about, man?" We're like,
Well, the way he thinks the game of baseball should be played is like when the game was invented,
Exactly.
Thought I told you to trim those sideburns.
But speaking of someone who could probably use a bit more time at the WWE Performance Center, Goldberg was recently interviewed by Bleacher Report and talked about this match he apparently wants to have with Roman Reigns. So Goldberg also talked about some dream matches he has in mind. Apparently he plans on wrestling for a bit longer. Anyways, we had to say, quote, "If the Roman Reigns match isn't the match at the top of my priority list, then I wouldn't be Goldberg. That's the match that needs to happen. It's the match that's needed to happen for a very long period of time. I wish I would have been able to have this match 10 years ago. If memory
Try
serves
20.
me."
Try 20.
Well, no, 10 years ago, Roman wasn't even on main roster.
Yeah, I know, but you know what he's saying here.
I guess so. People in hell want Ice Water too. You can't have everything the way you want it, but I think I can still be a very formidable opponent for him. He continues.
I love Goldberg. Goldberg talking is hilarious. He's great.
He continues, quote, "I'm a businessman. I'm a company guy. But it would be
the Goldberg
remiss.
Company. The Goldberg Company is what he's talking
I would
about.
be remiss in saying I didn't want to tangle with Randy Orton. Hands down, he's one of the best in the business. His professionalism, his character development, his in-ring work, his promos, his everything. I'm a huge fan. I have been for a very long time. It's been in his blood and family for God knows how long, and he's at the top of the food chain as far as I'm concerned. I'd love to tangle with Randy again. I'd love to get in the ring with Drew McIntyre. I'd love to get in the ring with Keith Lee. There's a lot of people that are still attractive out there."
Mm-hmm.
No mention of Matt Riddle, though.
Yeah, quite obviously no mention of Matt Riddle. Oh no. Yeah, so I don't know. Hey, good for Goldberg wanting some dream matches. Friggin' whatever.
Yeah. Just don't want it to be for any titles or any high-profile shows. That's all I ask for.
You know what, man? If he can give a rub to guys like Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, if he's cool with just losing a bunch of matches, that's cool. Right on.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's the thing. The great thing about these Goldberg matches, they're not time killers. Give him 5 minutes in there.
No, I know.
And it's like whatever.
They don't take up a whole lot of time in the build either. But
I just hate the shit where they pulls with the Fiend, which if rumor is to be believed.
Yeah.
He pulled the creative control clause and the Fiend, it's like stumped the momentum of the Fiend.
Yeah, no, that's lame.
I don't want to see that crap. I don't want to see him have creative control. But whatever. If Goldberg wants a match, give him a match. Big name back in 1998. Anyways.
Yeah, no.
This is really sad, man. Best movie of 1995 might have actually been Friday. I know it's a favorite of yours as well.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get to our Smackdown preview, man, we've got some sad news. Thomas Tiny Lister, who starred as Zeus opposite Hulk Hogan in No Holds Barred, and of course in the classic role of Debo in Friday, passed away yesterday at the age of 62. Yeah, our hearts go out to his family and his friends.
That's a bummer.
This dude.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ice Cube tweeted out something about him where he said, he could turn on just like that. You're terrified of him. And then he'd follow it up immediately with a big smile. Mm-hmm. The guy, he seemed like one of those guys that was just a joy. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but, when you see him interact, a dude that big, his comedic chops, damn, that movie is so great. It is such a great movie.
It really is. It really is. Thinking back to the time when, kind of to promote No Holds Barred, they brought him in as Zeus to get in a feud with Hogan. He's started a tag team with Macho Man. Some really good stuff there.
Yeah. He just came off as so legit. Like, this dude looked like he could legitimately, beat up Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, this really bummed me. I found out yesterday What was I doing? Were we on a stream together?
No, I think you were streaming.
Maybe I was doing the Cyberpunk thing.
I think so.
By the way, sorry, our Twitch channel got deleted because I showed some hog on there.
Yeah, no, I saw the clip.
I know. How did I got ratted out immediately? Those mods freaking ratted me out.
Well,
immediately.
I mean, they saw that you were doing something that you shouldn't be doing.
It's not. It's my channel
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's your channel. That's against. That's not being cool. So
I gotta get you
out on it.
I gotta get you a Twitch hoodie so you can be Mr. Twitch. You could You could be the rules and regulations of Twitch. We got a SmackDown tonight. Should be a fun one. Sasha Banks and Carmella are going to make their SmackDown Women's Title match at WWE TLC official. So they're going to go to Adam Pearce, fill out some paperwork.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn to battle Big E.
I'm assuming this is a non-title shot in order to get a title shot. Maybe. And then SmackDown Tag Team Champion Montez Ford is going to go one-on-one against Dolph Ziggler. So we can also preview next week's SmackDown when Bobby Roode takes on Angelo Dawkins.
Correct.
And then the week after that, wait a second. No, next week is
his go home for
TLC. Yes, the go home. So probably at TLC we'll get that match.
Definitely.
As well.
Street Profits versus Roode and Ziggler.
Or on the SmackDown afterwards if they don't feel like if TLC is too stacked anyways.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyways. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. We'll be live tonight with our SmackDown recap. Live at the twitch.tv/Steven Larson, shortly following SmackDown's East Coast broadcast, so probably around 7:30 Eastern. I'm sorry, Pacific Coast time. No, wait. What did I say?
That's right, 7:30
Is that
Pacific.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when we go live.
10:30 Eastern.
10:30 Eastern. Yeah, I'll get these time codes figured out. Anyways, thanks for watching time zones. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Help support Going In Raw today by becoming a Friendo Club TV member. You'll get access to new bonus episodes every week, including Friendo Club Arcade, Live Power Rank, Vintage 10 for the Wins, and Ask Steven Larson. Get access to Friendo Club TV today by becoming a $5 and up patron at patreon.com/Steven Larson, by throwing us a sub at twitch.tv/Steven Larson, or by clicking join at youtube.com/Steven Larson.